All right, guys, I'm going to go over your ratio and proportions test through this video. And what I want you to do is I want you to have your test out on your desk along with a red pen. And I want you to go through the problems that you missed. You don't have to go through every single problem, so you'll skip through this video. But I want you to go through the problems that you missed. And then you're going to have to tell me why you think you missed the problems that you did. What did you do wrong? Okay? All right, so we'll just start off with each learning target, and you can skip through and figure out which ones you need to look at. All right. All right. So for those of you that need to start with learning target 24, this is all on unit rate. So number 1 says a race walker completes 13 miles in 2.5 hours. I want to know how far in 1 hour. So per hour means my hours needs to go on bottom. So 13 miles and 2.5 hours, and I want to know how far he goes in 1 hour. 1 hour. Oops. Okay. So, all right. So I've got my calculator here. So just 13 miles divided by 2.5 hours, and that equals 5.2 miles. Okay. So 5.2 miles per hour. Okay. All right. Number 2. I want to buy pens, and I want to know what's the best deal. So I can buy a dozen pens for $9.60 or 9 pens for $8.25. So I want to know per pen. So pens need to go on bottom. So money on top, $9.60 for 12 pens or $8.25 for 9 pens. Okay, so again, take my calculator. So $9.60 divided by 12. So that's 80 cents. That's 80 cents per pen. Or this one, $8.25 divided by 9, and that is 92 cents. So 92 cents. So the better deal is the dozen pens. This is the better deal. Okay? You had to tell me which one was the better deal. You couldn't just leave it like this. You had to actually tell me. All right? All right, Jessica can jump rope 30 times in 40 seconds. So 30 times in 40 seconds. And I want to know how many times she can jump in 12 minutes. Okay, well, the first thing I need to think about is I don't have, this is seconds, and I want to go to minutes. So first of all, let's figure out how many minutes, how many seconds would 12 minutes be. So let's multiply this by, let's see, in minutes, let's multiply this by 60. So if I multiply this by 60, that would give me 720 seconds. Okay? So I want to know, so how many 40 seconds times what gives me 720? So if you need to, you go 720 divided by 40, and that equals 18. So that means I multiplied this by 18. So that means I need to multiply this by 18. Okay? So 18 times 30 equals 540. So she can jump 540 times in 720 seconds or 12 minutes. Okay? All right, that's learning target 24. Learning target 25. All right, this is looking at to see if two quantities have proportional relationships. So let's read what the chart is about. A representative sample of 50 students. So it's already telling you there's 50 people here. It's telling you 50 are surveyed. Each student is asked what science class they are taking. Okay, so we know it's out of 50 kids. So the question is saying the ratio of students taking health science compared to those taking physics is 1 to 2. Well, let's see. Those taking health is 12. 2 and physics is 6. Is that a 1 to 2? No, that's false. That's actually a 2 to 1. That would be a 2 to 1. Because if I divide it by 6, that would give me a 2 to 1. Okay? 20% of the students are taking chemistry. Well, right now, chemistry, there's 10 kids out of 50 taking chemistry. So if I wanted that to be 100% times 2 times 2. Yep, that's 20%. So that is true. Okay, so I just turned the chemistry kids into a percent. In a group of 25 students, it is expected that 4 of the students would be taking earth science. So if I look right now, earth science is 4 out of 50. But if there were only 25 kids taking it, if there were only 25, I would need to divide it by 2. So if I divide this by 2, I would get 2. So that's not correct. That is false. Okay. In a group of 150 students, it is expected that 18 of them are taking physics. Well, right now, 6 out of 50 are taking physics. But I want to see if I had 150 students. Students is on the bottom, so 150. How did I get to 150? I multiplied by 3. So multiply the top by 3, and I get 18. Yep, so that is a true statement. Okay? All right. Learning target 26. All right, this is being able to identify constant rate of change looking at graphs, tables, and equations. All right, so basically I just want to know which ones are showing proportional relationships. So the easiest way, remember from a chart, it has to start with 0, 0. So this is the only one that starts with 0, 0. Okay. From an equation, something with a constant rate of change is y equals mx. Okay, so do you see how this one has that plus something else? So this one and this one are showing a constant rate of change. And then from a graph, remember it has to start at 0, 0. And this is the only one that starts at 0, 0. That's the only one that starts at 0, 0. Okay? All right, so it says pick a table A, B, or C and write an equation. Well, this was the only one that showed proportional relationships, so that's going to be my easiest way. And remember, we're going to write it in that form. So y equals, remember, this is my constant rate of change. If you look, my constant rate of change is 10 over 1. So 10 over 1 is just 10x. Okay? And then look at G, H, and I, one of these. Well, this was the only one, so this is what I have to look at. And if you look here, you'll notice that that is not really on the line, so one's not going to help me. It's actually this point right here that's going to help me. That is 520. That is 520, 0.520. So if I want to figure out the slope of that, it's my difference in y's over x's, so that's actually 20 over 5, which is equal to 4. So my equation is y equals 4x. I know some of you thought that right there was 5, but it's not. Okay, it's a little bit under. Okay. All right. Learning target 27. All right, there was only one problem to this one. So we were looking at points on a graph and making sure you know what the points on the graph are equal to. All right, so looking at the problem here, it tells you that the graph is looking at the money that she earns, that's my y, and the number of hours she works. So hours worked, so hours, and then earns. That's what we're looking at here. Okay, so hours worked and earned. So it says that it's 1 and then 7.5 or $7.50. So that's how much she makes. If she works 1 hour, she makes $7.50. So I wanted you to circle which ones were true. So if she works, Rachel works $7.50, works $7.50 hours a day. Sorry, Rachel works 7.5 hours a day. See how when you want to read something you're a different way? It says she works 7.5 hours a day. That's not what this says at all. So that's a no. Rachel earns $7.50 per hour. Yes, that's exactly what that says. So B is correct. The rate of change for the graph is 1. No, the rate of change is 7.5. That's my rate of change. And then Rachel could work 5 hours and earn $37.50. Well, let's figure it out. So if for 1 hour she makes $7.50, so $5 times $7.50 equals, yep, $37.50. So yes, that one is true as well. Okay? All right. Learning target 28. All right, applying proportional reasoning in multi-step problems. All right, so this first one, number 12, you had to do a lot of stuff on this one, okay, in order to figure out which one. The question says that he wants to spend, he does not want to spend more than $18. He can only spend $18. Okay, so which one of these could he actually buy by using the 18, by not going over $18? Okay. So if I get 10% off of $19, so 10% off of 19, so $19, 10%, so let's go 10%, I would need to figure out times 0.10. So 19 times 0.10 or 0.1 equals, so that, oops, sorry, 19 times point, oops, I'm not think it's getting it. 19 times 0.1. Oh, it's not doing it. Sorry. So this would be $1.90. Okay, $1.90. So if I take off $1.90, yep, that's going to get me under 18. Okay, so that will work. Next, so 15% off of $20. So 15% off. So if I do, let's see, 15 times 20. That's going to be $3 off. So that would be $17. So yep, that's a good one too. Okay. All right, next one, 25% off 28, so that's 0.25 times 28. That's going to give me my discount. So let's see, 25 times 28. That's going to be a discount of $7. So that makes that $21. So nope, that will not work. Okay. All right, so shipping fee. All of this is shipping fee. That's something that you would add on. That's like a tax, okay? A fee, that means that's something you're going to have to pay. So $14.85 plus a shipping fee of 20%. So I should be multiplying. So 0.2 times 14.85 times 14.85 equals, so that's $3. If I add on $3 to that, it's about $3. That's going to be still under $18. It's going to be $17.82. So yes, that's a good one. Okay. Next one, 17%. So that's 0.17 times 15.55. So 17 times 15.85. That's going to equal about another $2.70. Ooh, so if I add $2.70 to that, that's going to be $18.19. So that's a no-go. Nope, that won't work. All right, and the next one is shipping fee of 10%. So 0.10 times 16.25. So times 16.25 equals, that's $1.62. So if I add $1.62 to that, to my original, that's going to end up to be $17.88. So this is my, that's my, what I add on to get this final cost. So yep, that one will work. Okay, so A, B, D, and F will work for that one. Okay, all right, next one. All right, how much interest will you earn in 48 months if your principal is $1,200 and the interest rate is 7.5? So remember, we're going to use this. We're just going to fill it all in. All right, so my interest is, that's what I want to figure out, is my interest equals my principal. There's my principal, 1,200, times my rate. My rate is 7.5. I want that as a decimal, so I need to move it 2 places. So that's 0.075, and then times my time. Remember, that needs to be in years, so that's 4 years. Okay, so all I need to do then is just multiply it out. So 1,200 times 0.075 times 4 equals $360. So my interest equals $360. Okay? All right. Next one. All right, I'm still going to use my same formula here. Okay, my same formula. If you put $1,500 in the savings account at an interest rate of 4% and you've earned $180 in interest, all right? So this time I gave you the interest. This time I gave you the interest. So my interest is $180 equals my principal. I put in $1,500. Let's see, at a 4%, so move that decimal 2 places, 0.04 times, and I don't know my time. That's what I want to know, okay? So I need to multiply these out first, and let's see what that's going to be, all right? So 1,500 times 0.04 equals, so this is 60t equals 180. Okay, so 60 times what is going to give me 180? So if I divide both of these by 60, my time equals 3. So it's going to be 3 years. Okay, all right, next one. All right, number 15. An item that normally costs $75 is marked up 15%. Sales tax for the item is 8%. What is the final cost? All right, so I got to do several things here. So first thing, so the first thing I'm going to do, if it's marked off 15%, what percent are you paying? Aren't you paying 85% of it? Okay, so that's what I'm going to work with first. So $75 times my 85% that I'm paying. So that's exactly how much I'm going to pay for it first. So $75 times my, so that's going to give me, I'm actually going to pay $63.75 for it. So that's how much I'm going to pay. Okay. Then I have to pay sales tax of 8%. Okay. So times 0.08, and that's going to give me my sales tax. So times, so that's my sales tax. That's $5.10 for sales tax. So I need to add my tax to my cost here. Okay, so that's just going to be 85, 8, that's $68.85. Okay. All right, next one. The hockey stick Tommy wants to buy for practice costs $200 per stick. The store is offering the following deal. Buy 3 sticks and get the 4th one for 75% off. Or Tommy can buy all 4. We'll buy 4 sticks using the deal. The sales tax is 8%. So how much money will he save by using the deal versus the full price? Well, first of all, full price for 4 sticks, that's just going to be $800, right? No, sorry. $800. Yep. Okay, so if they're $200 a stick, that's how much it would be. Okay, so let's check his deal now. So if I buy 3 sticks, I get the 4th one for 75% off, or that means I get the 4th one for 25% of the cost. Okay, so the first 3 sticks are going to cost me $600, correct? All right, then the next one is I'm only paying 25%. So I'm going to figure out 200 times 0.25, because that's going to tell me how much that 4th stick is going to cost. So 200 times, because that's how much I'm paying. So it's only going to cost me 50 bucks for that 4th one there. So $650, that's how much it's going to cost me. Okay? But then I have a sales tax of 8%. So I need to multiply by 0.08, because that's my sales tax. So $650 times that's going to give me $52 for my sales tax. That's tax. Okay, that's not how much I'm paying for the whole thing. I need to then add my $650 and my 52 together, and that gives me $702 total. Okay, so that's not the question though. The question says, how much would I save? How much am I going to save here? So, oops, it looks like over here though, I forgot to add my tax over here. So I need to go back and add my tax here. So let's see. So taxes on this, so let's see, 800 times That's going to be $64. So this is going to be $864 total. Okay, so 864, 864 minus 702. That gives me $262 savings. That's what I was asking, was the savings part. How much did I save? Okay. All right. Next one. A choir had 72 people show up for tryouts last year, and only 60 people showed up this year. What is, find the percent decrease from last year to this year? So remember, this is going to be your change over the original. Okay, so my change right now, isn't my change 12 people? Because 72 minus 60 is 12. Over my original was 72. Okay, so if I divide that, 12 divided by 72, that's going to be 0.166, repeating, so that's about 17%. Okay, that's my percent difference. Okay. All right, during the regular season, tickets for a St. Louis baseball game sell for $20. The World Series tickets are selling for $170. What is the percent increase? Okay, so again, change over original. So the change in cost here, 170 minus 20, that's 150, over the original is $20. So if I put 150 divided by 20, ooh, what's this increase? Pretty big. That's 7.5. So when I move that decimal 2 places, that becomes 750%. That's how much bigger. Look at that cost. It went from 20 to 170%. So yeah, or 170. So yeah, my percent increase is going to be very big there. Okay? All right. We almost finished. Okay, last one. Woo! All right. This is your math practice. This is kind of putting everything together. All right, so my question says, when a song is sold by an online music store, the store takes some of the money and the singer gets the rest. The graph below, which is over here, shows how much money the pop star makes given the total amount of money brought in by the online store. Okay, so let's just make sure that we understand the graph first. Okay, so my X value here, my X value is going to be the online sales. So that's online money. So that's the money you get online. But then the Y value is actually how much the singer gets. Okay, that's how much the singer gets. So they're both money, but you have to understand what they both are. Okay, so the first thing says, identify the constant rate of change between the dollars earned by the pop singer and the dollars earned by the song. So remember, that's my difference in Y's over my difference in X. So I'm just going to pick 2 points. So this gives me points right here. So my difference in Y's, 120 minus 40, so 120 minus 40, and then 600 minus 200. Okay, so if I look at that, that's going to be, that's 80 over 400. Okay, so if I go 80 divided by 400, that gives me 0.2, okay, equals 0.2, okay, which is not much money that she gets, okay. That's the constant rate of change, okay. So for every dollar that the online music store sells, the singer is getting 20 cents, okay. So now it says to write an equation. So remember, my equation is y equals mx, okay. So y equals, this is my m, this is my constant rate, 0.2x, okay. All right, C, according to the proportional relationship, how much money did the singer bring in from sales in the first week if the pop star earned $800 that week? Okay, so remember, the pop star, that's my Y value. So it says she earned $800. So that's my Y value. So 800 equals 0.2 times X. Okay, so how do I figure out 800? I like to kind of, when I'm trying to figure out, I can sometimes write it that way too. So I need to get rid of this 0.2. So I'm going to divide by 0.2. divide by 0.2 because I want my x by itself. So x equals, so 800 divided by 0.2 equals $4,000. Okay? So let's go back to the question, make sure you understand that. So if the pop star earns $800, that means the online store sold $4,000. So when the online store sold $4,000 worth of songs, the singer made $800. That's what that means. Okay? All right, describe what the point 1,200 means on the graph. So kind of what I just said. Remember, this is my X value. So that's the online sales. So online sales, let's see, let's write that. So online sales are $1,000 and the pop star earned, how much did she earn? She earned $200. That's what that point means, okay? All right, last one. Which point on the graph represents the amount of money the pop star gets for $1 in money earned from the sales of the song? So that's actually just asking what is the constant rate of change. So if the online store sells $1, how much does the pop star get? She only gets 0.2. 0.2. So that's my my point there. All right. Okay, so again, I'm looking for your corrected answers. All right. If you had any questions about these that you don't understand, please make sure and ask us. All right. Have a great day, kids.